Limiting beliefs as a younger real estate investor. And again, this is not younger just in age, but in experience. We all start at ground zero. Everybody, regardless of what happens, if you're born into money or not, you have to start at ground zero for building up your knowledge base. There's a lot of limiting beliefs when you get into this space. And by a lot, I mean a lot. When I got started, I had difficulties with talking to people. I used to be super insecure. I was the guy who was afraid to go talk to a cashier at Starbucks or talk to a cashier at McDonald's when I was a kid. I was uncomfortable going and talking with people. So I had this limiting belief that, okay, well, no one wants to hear what I have to say because I'm younger. Nobody wants to hear from the guy who hasn't done this very long. And so I thought that people didn't want to hear from me just because I didn't have experience. And that held me back. I had to work on that and grow. And so I've noticed that there's a lot of mental blocks that I put up for myself. I can imagine there's other people out there who do the same thing. And so I had to go through some exercises and I had to practice a lot. Regardless of what the limiting belief was, I had to figure out how to overcome it. And the best thing I ever heard is the objection that you get, whatever reason that you tell yourself not to do it. That's the reason you should do it. If you're uncomfortable talking with folks, if you're an introvert, that's the reason you should go talk to people. If you think they're not going to like what you have to say, that's the reason you should go say it, because in that you're going to prove it. Don't operate in theory, figure out for real. If you're afraid to go talk in front of your high school class because you think you're going to get laughed at, well, prove it. Maybe you will get laughed at. I've been laughed at, but that helped me grow as a speaker. It helped me grow as a person and overcome those limiting beliefs. I've been told by some folks in my sphere that I didn't know how to close, I didn't know how to sell. And so I set that belief on myself. Oh, I'm not as good as the people around me that have been doing this for 10 years. And then I started practicing, I started selling, and then I started outselling some of them on different products and services, not just real estate, but on a little company that I created. And so I started to build that up. And as that built up, I built my confidence. And the confidence is what helps overcome the limiting beliefs. So again, this is just a short video, but whatever the reason is that you shouldn't do it, as far as your self-objection, you're objecting to yourself, you're putting up that smoke screen, the easy out, that's the reason that you should do this, as long as you're working on building up yourself. Now, if it's something negative and you know you shouldn't be doing it, you shouldn't be doing it. But if this is to really work on you and build up your skills, if you feel that you can't do it because someone else in the space is better, that's the reason you should do it. Go prove it to the world, prove it to yourself. Don't operate in theory, and make sure at the end of the day that you're doing it to improve yourself, because little by little, if you get 1% better every single day, you're going to look back on yourself 1 year from now, and you'll be so grateful that you're working on this. So whatever the reason is you put up for yourself not to do it, use that as a reason to go knock it out of the park. See you guys next time.